All right, so this is a problem out of chapter 9. It's 9.1. A1 looks like it's problem number 1. And it says, consider the experiment of drawing a single card. So we're going to draw a single card. Let me get my pen going here. Okay, single card from a standard deck of 52 cards and determine which are uniform sample spaces. That is, sample spaces with equally likely outcomes. Okay, so for the first part, part A says a face card or not a face card. So what they mean by equally likely outcomes is, would there be the same number of face cards versus non-face cards? So if I do this, remember these here are my face cards, right? And these over here are not my face cards. So you can see that those sample spaces are very different, right? And so that's why our answer for part A is it's not uniform because we do not have equally likely outcomes, right? Okay, so then let's go ahead and go to part B, right? So part B says, would we have the same chances of getting a club, a diamond, a heart, or a spade? So I'm going to come back over here. Let me erase this business here that we have. Okay, and so we want to know, do we have equally likely outcomes of getting a club, a heart, a diamonds, or a spade? And yes, we do, because if we notice, we have 4 suits, and there's 13 cards in each suit, right? So we have an equally likely outcome for that. Oops. So for part B, we would say, let me see, we're going to say uniform for part B. I'm going to say it's uniform because, let's see, because the sample space has equally likely outcomes. Okay, so that would be my choice for part B. Okay, now let's take a look at part C, black and red, right? Black and red. So let's come back over here, and we want to know, do we have the same number of black cards as we do of red cards? And it appears as if we do, because we have 26 black cards and 26 red cards. So again, my choice would also be uniform because we have equally likely outcomes. Okay. Let's see. King, queen, jack, ace, even numbered, odd numbered card. Okay, so let's take a look at that part there. So if I come back over here, well, for even number and odd numbered card, so if I were to say even numbers, there's even, there's even, there's even, there's even, there's even, right? And if I were to come back and look at the odds, so how many evens did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many odds did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, right? We would go back and we would say this for part D. I would say it's not a uniform sample space because we don't have equally likely outcomes, right? And that's just looking at these two. So just the fact that I was able to determine those are not equally likely, I know that the whole thing won't be equally likely, right?